This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. It's my pleasure to be here with you in these online lessons. In this video, I'm going to be explaining the dotted eighth note rhythm, and then we'll work on some exercises that allow us to practice the alternate picking technique and how that applies when we have dotted eighth notes in the mix. We usually see these right along with 16th notes. So we're going to take a look at the dotted eighth note right along with 16th notes. Once we've worked on those exercises right along with drum accompaniment, of course, we'll play some melodies together that include dotted eighth notes in them. And we'll do that right along with bass, drums, and guitar accompaniment, which is super helpful and super fun. Of course, we'll be reading those melodies in first position, as that is the focus of this lesson series, reading standard music notation in first position on the guitar. This video accompanies my note reading books 1 and 2 method book. In the book, we're going to be on pages 118 and 119. We're working through lesson 18 in the book right now, which is all about 16th notes, and then of course we get dotted eighth notes when we introduce 16th notes. But we worked a lot with 16th notes in the last video, and now we are going to add these dotted eighth notes to the mix. So in that book, we'll do exercises 9 and 10, and then we'll play melodies 11, 12, 13, and 14, which will give us some great practice with all of this. Okay, so let's take a look at the dotted eighth note. So dotted eighth notes have the same amount of time, they're held for the same amount of time as if we were to take an eighth note and combine it with a 16th note. So we've learned with dotted figures previously, like dotted quarter notes or dotted half notes, that when there's a dot there, we're adding half the length of the note to its overall length, which is kind of a mouthful. So in essence, we have an eighth note, and half an eighth note length is a 16th note. So when we combine those together, we get a dotted eighth note. And so it's, in this case, we have something that lasts for 3/4 of a beat. That's sort of an interesting notion here, because everything we've done before is on the beat or gets us to the halfway point. So now we've got something that can last for 3/4 of a beat. So with this, we almost always see the dotted eighth note rhythm followed by a 16th note, dotted eighth note followed by a 16th, or a 16th note preceding a dotted eighth. Usually this dotted eighth will fall on the beat, followed by a 16th that's on the fourth part, so the part, the A part, if we were counting 1E and so that's where this would fall. Or we have a 16th note on a beat followed by that dotted eighth note. So 1E, this falling on the E. So in doing that, if that's the case, we're going to do, we learned in the last video with the plucking approach that we have, that we use down plucks for anything that falls on the beat, and then on the halfway point, or that we use, say, the word and to count. So like 1 and 2 and, those are all going to have down plucks. And then the 16th note spots that fall in between those, where we use the counts E and we'll do up plucks, so like 1E and So how that carries over to having these kind of figures, it stays the same. So when we have one that falls on the beat, we're going to do a down pluck, and then when this one comes on the A part, or the that's going to be an up. So down, up. And then with this one, we've got the down pluck happening on the beat, and then this one comes in on the E, so that's going to be an up. So with exercise 9, you'll see there 1E and 2E and 3 and 4 in that first measure. Down, up, down, up, down, down, down. Or you get into the second measure and you have the down, up, 1E and 2 and 3 and 4E and so you see there where this rhythm is used. And of course, we got some more happening with 9 and 10 that we'll do right along with drum accompaniment, but I wanted to demonstrate that for you. I also want to mention that sometimes when this rhythmic figure is used, it's sort of just used to denote having this sort of swing feel. So we've had eighth notes before, we've even talked through how we can have the swung eighth note feel versus even eighth notes, where we keep those even eighth notes, each of those eighth notes, the subdivision included with the ones happening on the beat, having the exact same amount of time, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, or where we can shove those that are on the offbeat further back into the beat to create a swing fill. Usually at least 2/3 of the way we could go further. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and sometimes in written music, there will be, when the music's been notated, this rhythm right here, the dotted eighth followed by a 16th, will be used to sort of get a swing fill happening over a certain part of the rhythm. So sometimes it's not as important to say sit and precisely count as it is to just get inside that feel. And I'm going to say that with numbers 12, 13, and 14, for example, on page 119. We're really getting this swung fill is what's really being called for, and I'm not sitting there counting 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 1 E and or you could though, but you don't necessarily need to stress it when a melody is just kind of going for that kind of feel. So I just want to point that out. But we're going to go ahead and jam on these exercises and then these songs. So each one's going to happen at two tempos. First a slower tempo, of course, and then a faster tempo, so you can just practice it there. If you come to a part that's really tricky or hard, then pause that video, work out that part, and then try playing along with me again. So number 9 and 10, we got those exercises. We'll do that right along with drum accompaniment. And then 11 through 14, we'll be jamming right along with the band, the full band, bass, guitar, and drums. So it's going to be super fun. Let's go ahead and do it. Alright, in the next video we're going to be moving on to lesson 19 in the note reading book. So we're going to be working on the keys of E major and C sharp minor. In that next video specifically, of course, we'll be working on the scales and getting that key signature down. And then as we move on through lesson 19 with the videos that follow, we'll be jamming on some melodies. So great things to come. Take care and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to check out more great content. You can find more information about me and my products at kristenbromley.com. Take care.